We're always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
Hey, it's the RebelTaxi Pizza Party podcast. I'm Pan Pizza, and we have timestamps in the description, so you can just skip to your favorite topic. But anyway, I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
Haven't you had timestamps for literally every podcast?
Not everybody knows this, sadly. Introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Nolan.
No,
I'm Izzy.
Great. Now
Because apparently people can't tell our voices apart in the comment section.
But go on. Who's the
Hi,
guest?
I'm John. I run the channel Super EyePatch Wolf, and you guys timestamp this podcast.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow, I get like I do a podcast, the Let's Fight a Boss video game podcast, and we get so many requests to timestamp it, and we're always like, "Fuck no, dude."
Well, I always listen to the podcast once before uploading it.
Fair play.
I mean, like, some people ask, like, how much editing do you do for the podcast? And I do cut out, like, a lot of the awkward stuff in between.
Silence.
Yeah, the awkward silence.
I was gonna say, you don't cut out the awkward moment.
No.
Cut out the entire podcast.
Yeah, we do a little bit of that as well.
I do sometimes cut out, like, the any sort of stories that go nowhere. I definitely cut those out.
Oh, fuck you.
No, it's not a diss towards you
That
specifically.
Symbiotic Titan conjecture was fine, you bitch.
Fun fact: no one talks about Symbiotic Titan every episode. We just cut it out every time.
Yeah. Goes on a
It's like
long,
none of this is going to make it in.
tyrannical rant about Symbiotic Titan and how Stuart Snyder fucked everything up. It's a good day.
I still have that letter from him.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You wrote a letter to Stuart Snyder and he wrote back to you. I forgot.
He wrote like a template letter and sent it to everybody. Like we did a mass letter campaign, and like everybody like sent in a letter, and then he sent a letter back to everybody, but it said the same goddamn thing. So
yeah, but we have a guest. Who is this person?
he already introduced himself.
Well, EyePatch Wolf, what is it that you do?
So I like the animes, and so I run a channel where I mostly talk about anime stuff. Sometimes like video game and other stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm. For someone who has not seen one of your videos, which video would you recommend them watching?
What makes a villain feel real is like a pretty digestible general video. I might go with that.
That's the one where you go on a 10-minute analysis video on to.
First of all, it's 15 minutes.
A 15-minute analysis video on a character saying, "Yeah, I like Juice," and it's like,
yeah, Juice is pretty cool, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much to this.
It's like, what did he mean by this, Co? But do you have any upcoming videos?
I just put out my favorite things winter 2017. And then I have one coming out next week that's going to be on a show that I want to talk about for a really, really long time. Yes, look forward to that.
My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
Absolutely.
Do it.
It is the lucky star of American cartoons.
Hey, I've started watching an anime for the first time in a long time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the Maid Dragon lesbian anime.
I like that show.
God damn it.
I don't know how I feel about it just yet. Like, it's really loud and kind of annoying.
Isn't all anime except Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I also started watching an anime too. I don't know if anybody really knows about it. It's called Dragon Ball.
Whoa.
Not overly familiar.
Damn.
Yeah, I bought this like Dragon Ball art book where it's from 1984 to 2013, and his art gets progressively shittier over the years, which makes me really sad.
Toriyama's?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know I just completely ruined the bit, but I did need to discuss this art book. Like literally after 2006, like he draws Goku like a twink, and it makes me really sad.
Akira Toriyama only knows how to draw 3 types of eyes.
So I'm looking up this Dragon Ball thing, and apparently his voice actor is shared with KO.
Yeah, from OKKO,
Awesome.
because that's going to be a TV show, Liquid Plaza Turbo on Cartoon Network.
To be honest, the main reason why I'm excited about that show is because it's just Goku's voice.
Yeah.
I really like some of the shorts from that. Like, I don't know what art style they're going with, because if you watch the web series now, each episode is like a really different art style, and some of them are really cool, and then some of them are less cool.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. They released an intro animated by Studio Trigger, and it looks... I'm guessing it's going to look like that, but not as well animated. So
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I feel it's gonna be very bouncy looking. I'm not sure how to.
I still can't believe they got fucking Imaishi to storyboard that. That pisses me off.
Like, please,
what makes you so special, Ian Jones Corley? You motherfucker! I hate you. Just
Cartoon
kidding.
Network, hire me and
really.
let me work with Trigger in some way.
Yeah, I want Imaishi to draw my OCs.
Imaishi can go in my ass.
Okay, all right. We're going in the route
Stop
that I
it.
didn't want it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm spraying you with the water bottle. Stop that.
Yeah, but
So John, go on.
Oh.
So your anime videos.
Unfortunately, that's absolutely everything about my channel. It's not a very inventive concept.
shit.
Damn it.
So John, seeing as you're a YouTuber, have you heard about all this recent YouTube drama?
Hey,
Nope, nothing.
Gorillaz! Anyone listen to the Gorillaz? Because they have released several new songs and one new music video.
Take it in your heart now, lover. Take it.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
they
no.
released it. heard they released this really shitty game called Andromeda.
They
Oh,
fuck
Gorillaz
you!
did that.
Fuck you! Okay, Nolan's making fun of Mass Effect Andromeda, and there's a new Gorillaz song called Andromeda.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
thank you for explaining the joke.
No one
idiot.
Okay. To be fair, I literally know nothing about the Gorillaz launch. I haven't. I've seen animated GIFs of what I assume is music videos, but I have not actually touched it. So I did not know that, and I thank him for his added information.
Yes, I had to explain the joke. But yeah, the new album comes out April 28th, but for now, we get one new music video. Actually, two versions of the same music video for Saturn Barz. Essentially, one's just like a typical music video, and the second one is the same, but on YouTube, it's 360. So you have the ability to move the camera around 360 in this CG/2D music video. Has anyone seen it?
I'm watching it now.
Oh, okay. Well, the 360 version, like, it doesn't, I don't know, I'm kind of let down by the 360 version because there's not really much to see outside the main focal point. You know,
Well, that's the problem with the whole 360 virtual reality thing, because like that is a direction that Hollywood is trying to go. Like they have studios working exclusively for that, and so far the only like virtual reality movie that's worked so far have been like a drunk driving animation about like you could look around and see all the stuff you're oh no, it's a texting and driving, I think, but it's basically you're in a car, so it's like a rail like game type thing, and you can look around and you can see all the stuff about to hit your car.
shit.
I don't know. I thought the Sword Art Online movie was a good VR movie.
I remember when I went to see Logan, this burly ass manly movie, like right before there's all these trailers for like Fathom events, and that's a trailer for that play, and it's like the lamest Japanese J-pop theme that they play, and it's just like, this is awful. Oh, hey, but EyePatch Wolf, do you listen to Gorillaz?
I used to be a huge Gorillaz fan back in the day, and like I haven't listened to them at all recently. I know they only put out an album every pretty rarely, right?
Yeah, it's very. I mean,
Well, they went on hiatus for a while,
Yeah.
and now they're
Yeah.
back.
But I think whatever album it was, I think it was like their second big one with like All Alone on it. That was a fucking fantastic album.
but have you listened to any of the new songs?
Nope, not a thing.
Because they released Ascension and Andromeda and one other one, and the cool thing is on YouTube they have like they don't make music videos for these, but they did make some sort of moving wallpapers essentially. I'm not sure what to describe them, but just like a still image that's still dynamic. I don't know, but I'm glad they went the extra mile just to upload the audio to some of these albums.
I think they've always been like a band doing interesting things. Like even from back in the day, do you remember when it was like, holy shit, there's this band and they're like a cartoon, man?
Yeah, I love the Archies, bro.
Oh god, this 360 version is awful.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point?
I mean, it was kind of just like, hey, might as well. It's a CG environment. Might as well.
Well, I mean, just because it's CG environment, the technology going into this is still kind of tedious, and like it's not just. I mean, yeah, they have all the assets, so it's all created already. But like to go through that extra mile, can't be that easy, you know.
Yeah.
But then again,
Like-
Game Theory did it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing this is meant to be like VR, is it?
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Yeah,
that's the only way this makes sense.
Well, they now have things where you can put your phone in like into a VR set, and then you can look at things like it's a cheaper version of VR.
Yeah, we're not all millionaires that own the PlayStation VR system. It's like, I can't afford this shit. What the fuck?
Do any of you own one?
No.
No, me neither.
I
The
wish.
theory, there's a theory that the Switch is going to do VR.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, because they have trademarked or whatever the patent. They patent a thing, and how the thing connects to the dock could also be connected to a goggle.
What if
It's not
they,
just like a phone?
What if they what if in the virtual console they bring out what's it called, the Virtual Boy games for the virtual consoles?
Finally.
Yes.
Nintendo, my dreams have been realized.
I mean, now people can finally play the first Mario Tennis. It's kind of crazy that that franchise started on a Virtual Boy Mario Tennis.
Was the first Wario game Virtual Boy as well?
I think Game Boy, just regular Game Boy.
Yeah, because it's technically a Mario game.
Yeah, because the first one was Super Mario Land 2 Wacky, not Wacky World.
No, but I think his like first like Wario Land.
Oh, yeah,
game,
yeah, I
is,
think
like,
it was
the
a
first one where you play as Wario.
Yeah.
No, I think it just started development on the virtual and then wound up going to Game Boy.
Yeah.
But I do know there's something.
There was a Wario Land game on Virtual Boy.
Yeah, but
Was
probably
it?
came out second. Yeah.
I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. I should know.
Yeah, he reviewed all 16 games, I believe, for that system. Literally.
The best one's the boxing game.
Yeah,
'Cause I had a Virtual Boy.
that one was cool at least. But someone really needs to do a video on the N-Gage, the crappy portable console. I mean, the portable system. Because
I love that thing.
Phone.
the Nokia N-Gage it has about the same amount of games as the Virtual Boy. Oh god, because I own two of those things, the N-Gage, and it's so crappy. Like, even as an ironic thing to like carry around as a real phone, the interface is still pretty shitty compared to what we have now with touch
It's pretty much
interfaces.
the Ouya of portable consoles.
Yeah.
You own two of them. Why do you own two?
Okay, I bought one off eBay a year ago, and I didn't know how to turn it on, and I assumed it was broken, so I bought another one. Dude, the good thing it was a different model, so if I ever do a video on it, it could be a good idea. Nolan, I'm gonna use this as the podcast icon.
Feel no shame about shame. What a change.
Oh god.
My favorite joke is just singing that English laden theme song to Berserk.
Oh no.
Changing the lyrics to suit whatever kind of joke, whatever like situation I need.
Oh god.
Just put your glasses on.
Yeah, just put your glasses on. Won't make this 2017 series look better.
Bust out your VR.
Oh,
Hell
God.
Yeah. But yeah, like that GORILLAZ music video, like the 3D one, like I felt like it was like, well, we had the assets, might as well try this. But I think it would be cool if they, I don't know, eventually GORILLAZ tries the 360 thing again, but this time they do the full-on 360. Like, I don't know, like I was expecting to see like the band members circling the camera and performing or something, but you don't really get to see that sort of thing.
The thing about that is, from a narrative standpoint, from a story, it's really difficult to because when you set up staging for an actual like film, you have the perimeters, and then you know exactly where to put things, where it works, and where you place things on the screen is a huge part of storytelling visually for comics and movies. So this whole, you can look around 3D space, that's really difficult to not, like, you could do it, but only in like niche stories to really utilize it. Like, for example, what if they did like a Frankenstein monster like little short, like it's like a monologue of the Frankenstein monster, and the camera is, you are in the eyes of Frankenstein's monster, the creature looking around in the thing. That's a way you could use it. But like just having it to where you can look at what's supposed to be already staged, and then you just have extra stuff around, it's pointless.
That'd be too hard to like handle all that stuff. Like, I think maybe like a music video, not so much an entire movie or anything.
Right.
I don't know. I think like it is the kind of thing where it has only been around, and especially like properly available for such a limited time. And generally with stuff like that, it takes people so long to build up a repertoire of like good techniques to actually be able to tell stories with it. That I think like in a couple of years you could get like compelling stories, but just people haven't figured out the best way to do it yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you'll never get like narrative stuff the same as film.
Yeah, because
this is the Wii of movies.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hey, the Wii was successful.
No More Heroes was a good game.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is, it's a really cool technique, but only like 2 or 3 people are going to be able to excel with it, and everyone else is going to make shit.
Although a lot of video games technically sort of do that, you know, the 360 thing, except with a analog stick, sort of.
Although, and like you eventually did start getting good stories and first-person stuff, like the shit they did with the original Half-Life and stuff like that.
Yeah, sort of like that. But like I went to Universal Studios like a couple years back, and on the Universal Backlot tour, they take you into like this tour bus thing, and they put you in a tunnel, and the whole tunnel is a video screen, and on the video screen they play like a new some version of like Peter Jackson's King Kong, well, like a 3-minute new sample of just Kong fighting all these dinosaurs and stuff, and they shake the whole tour bus while you're on it, and it's a really cool effect. So that's a full 360 thing that they made, but that's about it.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool ride, yeah. But I feel like, you know, Gorillaz will try this again, but do it, you know, take full advantage of the 3D, the 360.
You know what would be better for this 360 technology? You remember those theaters in like certain theme parks where the chair moves around?
Yeah.
Like if you incorporate the virtual reality goggles on top of that, I think that would be a very cool, because those things were awesome before. Meteor Terror or Meteor Attack and stuff like that. Those little things, or the dinosaur. I don't know if you guys even know what the hell I'm talking about. But in Kentucky Kingdom we had them, and I think with virtuality that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
just combine those two.
But the actual music to these to the Gorillaz, like people were complaining about Hallelujah Monday and saying this doesn't feel like Gorillaz at all, which it's like, you know, Gorillaz isn't exactly one specific sound. They're kind of like a weird amalgam, a mixture of all these artists coming together and under this umbrella of Gorillaz. I don't know. You know, that one, someone made a video on it. Captain Cream, Krispy Kreme Man, what's his name? Cream Man. Well, I don't know. We should ask someone to be on the podcast. But anyway, yeah. So the full album comes out April 28th, and anyone else has anything to say about the Gorillaz? I found it kind of weird to see them all together, the Gorillaz at the same height, because you're so used to seeing Noodle like being like 2 feet tall.
Well, because they aged in real time.
Yeah, I love that aspect of the Gorillaz.
Yeah, at first I wasn't super keen on adult Noodle, because because at the time I thought they just aged her up so they could rotoscope her. Because it was that weird like cross promotion with some racing thing. Remember that a couple months ago?
Yeah.
And it was literally just that they filmed a girl, and then they rotoscoped the body, so drew cartoons on top of that, and then added the cartoon face. And a lot of the Gorillaz promotional art has been this weird like mix match with reality, you know, like just taking basically it's like photos, but they delete the skin of people and they just draw cartoons underneath or on top of the photos. Yeah. It seems like. And I don't know, there's a piece of me that like kind of like the raw and weirdness of it, but at the same time I'm also like I want the whole thing cartoon. I like their old style. I like the early 2000s style, and this new one's a little bit too experimental for my taste. They
progressively got less and less outlines, because like the 2000s ones, they had thick outlines, and here in this new music video they have no outlines. Although I still like the style of it. But
I love the no outline look.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But like the album covers look oddly surreal and realistic. It's like, this is weird looking.
Yeah, and like their early style is so iconic as well. Like I think it was so of that time, and it was so different to everything else you'd see then.
Yeah, it was very derivative of like all the Powerpuff Girls and anything with thick outlines at that time. Yeah, but now they've got rid of their outlines. It's over. Even the Gorillaz abandoned outlines. It's so. But yeah, the thing about them like aging in real time, because like Noodle started out as a child and now she's like what 20 years older at this point, because I don't know how long the Gorillaz have been around. Eventually, the Gorillaz are going to be fucking old and you know, like old farts, and eventually they're gonna die of old age also, just like we will. You know,
except for Robo Noodle.
Yeah, Robo Noodle will live on with us. And then everyone will draw porn of her, and we're all just gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? And everyone's like, oh, it's okay, it's a robot. She's only 5 years old. That doesn't...
This cycle continues.
Yeah. Nothing changes because it's all the same. something offspring. Yeah. Gonna fuck the robot.
What y'all? I mean, anything got out in the Boston.
Press the button to begin.
Yeah, so I can't wait till robots integrate into our society and everyone's gonna be like debating, like, is it okay to become a robosexual? Maybe one day. Anyway.
Did Futurama already do that?
Yeah, like 10 episodes of it.
A bunch of video games are doing that. It's like Mass Effect is probably doing that. Nier is practically all about that.
Well, according to Gaijin Goomba, in Japan, having sex with robots is really common or something.
Oh, God.
No, it's really funny about Japanese culture because I feel like that would eventually happen with them, but like they also have like cuddle cafes where you can like hire somebody to cuddle with you, and that just is so fucking
up.
That's so fucking creepy to me. Like, because I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. Because like you get this guy who probably is like mentally unstable, and he goes to one of these and he starts thinking like, oh, they actually care about me or something, and they're not just getting paid probably a shitty wage.
Nolan, shut up! Stop it.
Have you ever seen the price list for those?
How much do they go for?
I can't remember. But like, there's all these tiers. So there's like, you know, the first one is like hand holding. The second one is like put your head on the lap. And then the third one is like full on cuddling.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so first of all, Pan, you should be really excited about this because the Snuggle Buddies is actually a service in the US as well.
Oh my God, is it like Uber?
Yeah, essentially, it's just you can hire someone. It's like I'm looking on their website right now. Pricing is $80 an hour.
Shit, I guess I don't need my whatever I spent $80 on. Hell yeah.
Your cam girls.
They must know about this.
This website is so creepy. It looks like it's from like 2001.
What website?
Oh, link me to this. What's
this? Snuggle Buddies.
Snuggle Buddies.
What I found.
Snugglebuddies.com pricing. All right. Yeah, so
professional cuddlers.
Check out the snugglebuddies.com. The Snuggle Buddies. Yeah, this website does look like it's from the fucking 2000s. Ew.
Wait, what state do you live in?
Let's see, in Texas.
Texas? All right, let me look at Texas's
An
girls
overnight
for you.
session costs $400 for 10 hours.
We can throw you a GoFundMe.
Damn.
We can help you get cuddles.
I could spend $400 on that, or I could buy an Xbox One. That's a tough call.
But imagine for a second, you call up Snuggle Buddies, and you're like, yes, please send somebody over. I am dying for affection. And they're like, okay. So then they send somebody over, and it's Fiona from Shrek. What do you do?
It's like, whoa. So, what happened? So when's Shrek 5 coming out?
Let's see. How does it feel knowing that you're probably going to be the only thing that keeps Cameron Diaz employed?
Oh. Yeah, after Shrek, like everyone's careers went to hell.
Yeah, literally everybody who's been in Shrek doesn't have a fun. Yeah. It's depressing.
Gotta check out this site. Let's see if there's any alternative girls, like...
There's a few.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so I'll look into this website a little later, I'll message them possibly.
But if you buy an Xbox One, I demand a picture of you in your little black suit cuddling the Xbox One.
Please don't buy an Xbox One.
But it has...
Please love yourself.
Look, what if I somehow get a TV that's 4K compatible? That way, I need an Xbox One.
Get the PS4 Pro, that's 4K compatible, and that's slightly less shitty.
I already own a PlayStation 4, but it's not the Pro version, so it's like, well, thanks, Sony. You couldn't have done this before. Now, great. I don't have a 4K player.
I would trade in my PS4, but I have PT on it, so I can't do that.
I'm stuck in that same exact hell. It's like,
damn.
Oh, I might get a Pro, and then it's like, oh, PT.
Damn, that sucks.
I was so mad when they took it off the eBay listings. I was like, fuck you, Konami. You can't let anybody be happy, you assholes.
Yeah, Konami, quit being an asshole and just let people download the thing. Come on.
It's weird because it's so out of character for Konami to be doing anything shady or anything like wrong at all, because they're usually so good.
Yeah, life was simple 3 years ago. Yeah.
And then they decided to keep Kojima locked in their basement.
I had a dream that I was in Japan for some reason, and Konami's building was this towering, dystopian, like this tower that just goes to the clouds, and I don't know. It looked more nicer in my dream. It was less nightmarish. It looked more hopeful, but that was all a dream.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
I just love how like the pachinko mines are a thing with like Konami. They're the most like maniacally evil computer game company.
Yeah, that's all they have.
Them and Capcom are almost as equally shitty, but
man, like I remember when Capcom were just the best, like when they were consistently releasing great titles and stuff, and now they're in such a weird spot.
Well, like at one point they had like if there was a Disney game and they had Capcom next to it and it wasn't Tailspin, it was gonna be a great game.
Izzy, that was 1988.
I will forever live in those years because those games are so fucking good. DuckTales.
You talk about that like it was
Aladdin.
You talk about that like it was yesterday.
They're releasing it right now. They're doing the Disney Afternoon Collection.
Oh, yeah,
have you not seen that?
That's pretty cool that they're releasing all these licensed games together, and most of them are actually pretty good.
Well, the only thing that really upsets me about that is that I got really excited because I really wanted a Darkwing Duck remastered, like the DuckTales one.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the good news is that's the easiest way of finding DuckTales 2, the NES game, because that's really hard to find.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why to buy that collection, because if you're going to buy the DuckTales game, you might as well get the remastered with the voice acting and awesome animation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, but, because I'm thinking, was Quackshot on Genesis? Was that Capcom? Because I'm wondering what the hell that game was. Quackshot.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, there was this video game where you play as Donald Duck on the Sega Genesis, and he had a plunger gun that shoots plungers.
Oh, yeah. The only reason why I know that game is because so many fan artists, fan spriters would convert that into Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, I'm like wondering, like, why was he Donald Duck in that game, or did they just call him Quackshot or Dark Quack or something? I don't know.
That was a pretty cool game. I remember that. It was like it was weird, but it was like it had a good vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was the deal with that game and what's that game's story. But all I remember from that game was playing it a couple of years ago and like just getting stuck in this stupid maze part. I eventually beat the game, but it's one of those 2D mazes where it's like you go into one door and you exit a different door, and you just got to figure your way out. And it's the most terrible thing of any 2D game at the time, these terrible two-dimensional mazes. But
in retrospect, that game's super weird only because like it's so close to being a DuckTales game.
Yeah.
It just happened, like, they just replaced Scrooge with
DuckTales, woo! You guys see the new trailer?
Yeah.
Wait, did we talk about
No,
this?
more like DuckTales, ooh, what's this?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, looks like it'll be good. I mean, I like how people are complaining about the style and all their square heads, but, like, I'd rather they, do something unique with their own style. They don't just try to be, like, a weird mishmash of something slightly new and something close to the original, like Powerpuff Girls. I'm fine with the style.
I'd rather for it to be something new and not the same art style before, but with shittier animation.
Yeah.
I'd rather with the art style they have now, they could have limited animation and no one will judge it.
Wait a minute, we did talk about DuckTales before last week. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, me and CR geeked out about it, and you're like,
I can't remember everything we talked about. Like, sometimes I repeat a story and someone says, you already told that story. It's like, I don't remember every single thing I've said on camera that can be used against me. Oh my god.
You're on a list.
Oh. Yeah, but onto a topic we haven't covered. Oh, I just want to say the next video is going to be a review on the movie Hop by Illumination. It's an Easter movie that nobody saw.
Wow. Wasn't it Illumination's second movie, you said?
It was their second film and also their lowest performing and lowest rated movie as of now. They went through some tough shit because this movie is pretty crappy. It's like the poor man's Alvin and the Chipmunks or Smurfs, because it's about a rabbit, a CG talking rabbit in a live action world, and he wants to drum and be cool, but his dad don't let him. His dad just don't understand music. Yeah, but does anyone have any memories of this Easter movie?
I remember seeing commercials when remember seeing commercials when I was younger, and I was like, "Wow, this looks like the shittiest thing ever."
Yeah, we all thought that, and nobody saw it. But does anyone have any Easter memories? Anyone have? Does anyone
like of Easter in general?
Yeah, just like, does anyone do anything for Easter? And next topic: Power Rangers.
Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Yeah, so
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm the only one here who's seen the Power Rangers movie, and I made a vlog review on my Let's Play channel, which I'll link below. I'm trying to
go watch that instead of having Pan make us suffer through his like shitty explanation of how the movie is good, except for the Power Rangers parts.
Okay, the crazy thing about the new Power Rangers 2017.
Oh God, movie, what did I do?
First off, the Power Rangers, like the actual Power Rangers segments that you're familiar with in the show, are only in the last 20 minutes. There's barely any Power Rangers in this Power Rangers movie. It feels like they didn't have the budget to do anything, so they spend half the movie in this cave or somewhere in school.
So they Transformers it. They Bayformered it, where the Transformer, the title of the movie is the least thing in it.
Yeah, okay, it's basically CW's Angel Grove. That's what it is. Which I actually kind of like this movie, just like the human parts of it. Like the human parts are actually better than the crappy below standard Ranger parts, because the Megazord designs were awful. Like a lot of the designs were just terrible in this movie.
All right, let's do this. I have a huge rant about. It won't be that long.
Let's do this.
I can't stand the art design of the suits or the Megazord. Everything looks like a fucking flavor of a flavor. I'm so sick of Hollywood CGI stuff. And it's every studio goes, oh man, that previous thing looked really good. And then the previous thing, it just keeps recycling the same motifs and everything. And if you could screenshot, you could do the weird shit where like Tumblr people like take off a character and then put it into another screenshot and then make their own little fan, like, like the Disney movies where they like have like Frozen characters interacting with Moana characters. You could do that with every movie now because they all look fucking the same, and that Megazord looks like shit.
Yeah, it fucking is garbage. Like, okay, I saw this I snuck into this movie at like its first showing on 7 p.m. Thursday night premiere, and like people were like, yeah, woo, every single 10 minutes for any sort of fan thing, like he said the line, yeah. But like when the Megazord was coming up, people were like, yeah, and you see the design of the Megazord and nobody was clapping.
Oh,
it just looks awful. Yeah. It just looks like the Dinobots from Transformers, and not everything needs to look like goddamn ugly ass Bayformers that don't even look good. There's no design element to it. And I mean, with that said, Facebook released a bunch of stickers, like 2D drawings of the characters, and those suits actually look good in 2D.
That's weird, yeah. Someone stylized them well enough. Like I'd be fine with the costumes if like they had like the little the little white diamonds around them, and I think they're acceptable almost
before
acceptable.
They did the CGI weird shit with the square when it's just white before they like add in effects, it doesn't look too bad. But that whole like see-through, they're made of energy inside bullshit that you see, that looks awful.
Yeah, it looks like Iron Man, a poor man.
No, it looks like fucking Beast Wars. Oh. It looks like those fucking sparks.
Ouch. Oh yeah, like one of those sparky toys, the ones where you wind up and they rub flint together.
The only reason why I get upset about this is because we have a live-action Power Rangers movie to like base it off of. I like the suits in the original like shitty Mighty Morphin movie from like the 90s.
Yeah, it looks like they can actually move.
Well, it's just everyone complains that the new suits look like Iron Man, and that's bullshit because Iron Man actually looks good. I would have been okay. I would have been fine if the suits look like Iron Man. The problem is they look like fucking Green Lantern bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if they can move well in those costumes, because what I want from a Power Rangers movie is, like, costumes that people can actually move in and actually perform acrobatics and whatever, because you barely saw any Power Rangers action in this movie. Like, you know...
So, from a scale of 1 to 10, does Elizabeth Banks make the movie?
I wouldn't watch it again, but she was entertaining.
I love the part where she goes and eats a Krispy Kreme donut for a solid minute.
Yeah.
Really?
We gotta... Well, I guess we can call this movie Saban's Power Rangers sponsored by Krispy Kreme, because it seriously looks like Krispy Kreme sponsored this thing.
I've heard from the angry video game nerd who's apparently all about Power Rangers all this. Didn't they replace Ernie's juice bar with Krispy Kreme?
There's
wow.
Essentially, there was one scene where two of the kids were hanging out there, I guess. But, you know, AVG and James Rolfe, he's like a grandpa. It's like, oh, the Power Rangers, this is what the kids are into. I guess I should watch this. And it's like Godzilla. You kids should watch this thing called Godzilla, you know?
Well, my favorite thing about watching the Angry Video Game Nerd talk about YouTube or talk about the Power Ranger stuff is that he refers to the Megazord as Megazord, like it's a character name. And it always throws me off because everyone else is like, "Oh man, it's the Megazord." And he's like, "Oh no," he's like, "Oh man, Megazord's here." And it just throws me off.
You know, like I'm waiting for like James to like eventually get into like Pokemon or what? No, Naruto. I'm waiting for him to get into Naruto some days. Like, so it's like I really like this character. Crap, I can't even name the characters in Naruto. Hokage.
No, I feel like fucking James would be like, man, I love this series, but there's so many episodes where it doesn't go anywhere. What a bunch of diarrhea bullshit.
Power Rangers the movie, like, I hope they do make a sequel, like something in the style of like the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie, you know, where it feels like they're trying to damage control itself from the last movie and slightly redesign itself, because I think they could just redesign these costumes and hopefully things will turn out better and they actually have more than one Power Rangers scene, you know. Or they can just like make the CW Power Rangers. I'd be okay with that, you know, if like the CW started making CW's Angel Grove. I think I would watch that because I like these characters. Like, at least it's, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, normally a Hollywood blockbuster, you get like all this cool action and crappy, forgettable characters, but I feel this movie kind of did the opposite.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to hear that. Like, because it really looks like the exact same kind of formula you usually get from this kind of thing.
When watching the trailer before, I noticed that like it's like, oh, all the kids are at Breakfast Club, but with Power Rangers, and I found that like a really interesting contrast because in the original show they're all Boy Scouts that like I don't know how they fucking go to school because they're either fighting evil people or going to charity events.
Yeah.
So like those people are like impossible. Those kids do not exist. Yeah. And so now we have like, you know, people that fucking like are in detention as Power Rangers. That's cool.
Yeah, they're like the original Power Rangers are essentially the Ned Flanders of these Power Rangers.
Howdy, we're gonna kill you, Rita.
Rangers, I'm trying to pollute the ocean. Get away. Fuck all of you. But I'm hoping they do make a sequel. I mean, currently it's only Sunday from the first weekend, and it did expectedly in terms of budget. So I'm thinking maybe they will make a sequel. If not, they'll hopefully reboot the Power Rangers in a couple of years and do it right this time. Because what I'd like to see from the Power Rangers, like, this is my dream movie, but essentially just the raid, redemption, but everyone in Power Ranger suits.
Fuck yeah, I'd be
not as violent though, but like, you know,
just as violent.
Okay, yes, it needs to be like that one fan film. Oh, okay. If anyone remembers that weird fan film, the Power Slash Rangers.
Oh yes. The James Vanderbeek's randomly in it.
Yeah, the one that's by Joseph Kahn, I believe. I forget his name, the music video director. But like, what's strange about that movie and this movie is they both have like a similar opening scene. It's like, what the fuck? I can see why Saban was pissed, because like the opening scene for both movies are very similar, the fan film and this film. I'll link the Grimdark fan film in the description.
Oh, did any of the past characters, past like actors, make any cameos?
Although I don't like people spoiling Easter eggs or whatever. Because
that's fine. I just wanted to know if I should expect, because okay, I went and saw Beauty and the Beast on a date, and my local theater has a movie grill, like where you can order a dinner while you're watching the movie. Mm-hmm. And they have a Groupon where you get like $5 movies, so it's really cheap to go to a movie theater there. And so we go. And the only stipulation is that you can't see movies for $5 if it's Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, or prime time, daytime. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we go there, and they have like a sign saying, "Sorry, love Disney, no Groupons for Beauty and the Beast." So I have like 2 tickets now that I bought, because you pre-buy the Groupons at home, and then you take the phone to it. So now I have at least 2 tickets just laying around that I'm going to go see Power Rangers next week.
Yay. I'm just like sort of impressed with the movie, but disappointed. Just like, I want fucking Power Ranger scenes, and there's only like 20 minutes of it, and they're not that good. Like, you barely see any acrobatics in this movie.
Is it like better than you thought it would be, but still not like legit good?
It's like a weird, like, it's weird. Just like, I got the opposite of what I expected. Like, better characters, worse action.
Well, when your CG looks that shitty, I would probably try to push it into a small little section of the movie too.
Like, just pray. Like the second movie, like they edit all the CG and they give everything a redesign. They're like, look, we know it's shit. We're not even gonna explain it in this next movie. We're just gonna redesign everything. Fuck it.
I hope they just do new suits completely. Like they switch to the next like Zeo.
Or just spray paint the white triangles on them. Just do that. I'm fine with that.
Shit. I had something. I lost it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Apparently a lot of content got cut from the trailers.
Yeah, I noticed there's some scenes in the trailers that weren't in this movie. Although I need to rewatch the trailers because I only saw like one scene that wasn't in the movie.
Was it the kissing scene?
Oh, I don't remember. Did anyone kiss in this movie?
In the trailer, I think they have the black and yellow ranger kissing, or it might have been red and pink. I can't remember, but there was apparently romances in the original script that were cut out.
Weird. Oh yeah, Bulk and Skull were not in this movie.
What?
Yeah, they have a bully in this movie, a ginger, but he's not Bulk nor Skull.
Man,
I was going to go see the movie.
It's like, what the fuck? How do you not have Bulk and Skull in this movie? What the heck? I don't know, but like one of the weird moments is like they do play the Power Rangers theme for like 10 seconds, and it's like literally 10 seconds, and it's like, okay, you heard it. Now we're gonna play Kanye. Fuck y'all.
Is that what you wanted, you fucking nerd?
Yeah, it's like here. Okay, everyone, shut up. We played the theme song. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Now we're gonna listen to Kanye because you listen to your shitty music. Now we're gonna listen to our shitty music. So shut the fuck up. We're playing Kanye's "The Power." It's a great song. Fuck y'all.
Don't they use that for everything?
Yep. Every single trailer always has like freaking Kanye in it. Like even Assassin's Creed or I don't know what else. Like damn. I think Kanye just makes his living off of movie trailers. But is that all for Power Rangers?
You mean is that the end of you talking about Power Rangers?
Shut the fuck up. Also, by the way, the movie is officially titled Saban's Power Rangers. Like, does Saban own anything else worth?
They used to do Digimon.
I know. Well, do they own... Well, I don't think they own that anymore.
No, because they sold Digimon to Disney along with Power Rangers back in the day.
Those fools.
But it's cool that they went back. I mean, like, how many people can be like, yeah... We bought Power Rangers back from Disney. No one buys shit from Disney.
How the hell does that even happen?
At fairness, at this point, Disney were probably just like, okay.
Well, no, Disney wanted to do an animated version of Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah. There was talks about like, well, first of all, it's great. There's so much documentation on like what doesn't and does happen in Power Rangers. Like there was one season called Hexagon that became Ninja Storm, where it was originally going to be Tommy leading a team of 3 Rangers, and then Jason leading a team of 2 Rangers, and like them competing with each other.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, because it was supposed to be like a like past Rangers would make cameos, and it was like a facility where they train new Rangers for the next generation. And the joke was apparently Jason and Tommy's actors hate each other. behind the scenes.
Really?
So like, yeah. That's why they don't make like a lot of cameos together, and they don't appear at conventions at the same time. Like their agents like work together and make sure they're scheduled around each other.
Wow. Supposed to drama queens.
And so the whole like Jason and Tommy having opposing teams with the Thunder and Wind Rangers would have been like that way to like kind of lampshade the whole thing. But apparently Disney at one point wanted to like remake the original Power Rangers because that's the most iconic suits and make an animated thing. But Toei was like, no, you're supposed to use our footage. We want you to use our footage.
Use our shitty grainy footage, you assholes, from 1970.
Oh, the Power Ranger movie, apparently the Blue Ranger's autistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And LGBTQ, apparently, according to their Wikipedia.
Well, they were very like, there was a scene where it's like, so wait, are you into girls? And they were like, next question. They didn't really acknowledge it, but the autism thing, yeah, they made the Blue Ranger. He directly said, "Oh, I'm on the spectrum."
Oh, okay.
The Blue Ranger was the best part of this movie, which
that's what I heard.
It's like, he should be the leader. He's the one who pulled the most weight here, you assholes. Fuck y'all.
Next topic, please.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I was looking up what Saban owns currently.
Nothing.
Apparently, they own Digimon.
Well, get ready for Saban's Digimon, the live-action movie, which is going to look like shit, because I can't imagine these characters in live-action.
They own Glitter Force.
What the fuck is that?
And Cubics.
Oh my god!
And they still own the rights to Ninja Turtles Next Mutation.
Oh, gee whiz. They must get a lot of mileage out of that one show.
And Shinzo. Do you guys remember Shinzo?
Sounds familiar.
Next topic, please.
They own Beetleborgs. In fact, they actually sometimes reuse the suits. Like in Forever, I've been watching the Twitch stream, just so you guys know.
I remember Shinzo aired in Mexico, but I didn't see it here.
I'm gonna cut out my Symbiotic Titan ramp, but you're not gonna cut out this pedantic ass shit.
Shut up, Nolan!
All right, I'm done.
Next topic, Beauty and the Beast mode.
Oh my god.
Anyone see it?
I didn't.
No.
Nope.
Tell us, Izzy.
It is really interesting that Disney went into the horror musical genre because it's a scary movie. It's very terrifying.
Pussy.
No, it's just those the Mrs. Potts is fucking scary as hell. Have you seen her?
Oh god,
terrifying.
Yeah.
But joking aside, it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. If you like the original, you'll probably like it. The best part is Gaston's little minion is like super gay for Gaston.
Ruh-roh.
And it's hilarious.
It's too gay. Yeah, it's weird that we got Power Rangers and Beauty and the Beast 1 week apart from each other, both spouting a gay character, except it's one of those half-ass gay characters you would never know is gay unless like an article told you they were gay.
No, Gaston's guy is like pretty like hardcore into it.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
he's the best thing.
Good God, is he like sucking Gaston's dick on camera? Because like I think we need to see that first.
Okay, there's 3 gay things that happen in the whole movie.
Ruh-roh.
But before I jump into that, my favorite thing is Gaston's minion. He's like looking at the 3 girls pining after Gaston, and he just goes, "Ladies, it's never gonna happen," and then he like trots away.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Oh, no.
It's so fucking good. But the 3 things that are gay in the movie that happens is during Gaston's song sung by his minion Lafleur. He's like dancing with Gaston like a girl. And there's a part where like he kind of wraps himself around and he goes, "Too much?" And Gaston's like, "Yeah." The wardrobe is during the storm on the castle. The wardrobe takes like 3 people and dresses them up like women. 2 of the guys run away, and the 3rd guy looks at the camera and winks and like struts away, like casually walks. And then the 3rd thing is that guy and Gaston's minion. Again, I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. There's a scene where they're dancing and they have female partners, and then when it's time to switch partners, they switch, and so the 2 gay characters are dancing at the end.
Yay. Although
that hardly constitutes as a gay. That's like Korra and Assami levels of like
It's one
Oh, they held hands. They must be gay.
I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, unless you read an article, would you be able to tell they were gay or not just acting weird, you know?
I mean, like I said,
It sounds like they leaned harder into it than they kind of generally would, and like doesn't sound like all the way there, but at least they kind of went for it somewhat.
I would say
I'm kind of the type of, I am gay myself, so like I feel like, I mean, I'm not to be like, oh, I'm the fucking
the representative of gays.
I'm not the I guess I am kind of the representative of this podcast, but like I'm not speaking for anybody else but myself. Basically, I just feel like if you're leaning on it, I'd prefer you just not do it at all. Either just do it or don't. Just don't fucking tease it.
Pull the trigger, asshole.
It just sort of becomes kind of like just pandering, and to me, it just annoys me because like if you don't feel comfortable enough to just say this character is gay, then don't fucking like piddle around and just be like, oh, hey guys, look at this funny, this quirky gay guy. He's not.
I totally agree with that. Like, did you see Yuri on Ice from last season?
No, I didn't, but I saw your video on it.
It's fucking maddening because it'd be such a good story if they just pulled, like, for people that don't know, it's like this story. It's about these two ice skaters and like they're gay-ish for the most part, but like it's all like your ice skating is so beautiful, and it's like they never actually. Well, they nearly do, but it's like they just pushed it like another 5%. It would have been like such a solid show. Like it's still good, but
isn't Japan though like super xenophobic and like homophobic too? Like,
I've heard.
Yeah, I know it's.
I know. Like a bunch of people defend it, but fuck, dude.
Like, isn't it like more?
Japan is the greatest country ever because they make my favorite hentai.
Like I think. I might be wrong because I'm hearing it from anime fans, which, you know, they think otaku is a positive word. But like what I heard from an anime fan is that in Japan, homosexuality is seen as immature, and that it's okay until you're an adult to have girlfriend, you know, have like the same sex relationships. But once you get older and you still have that, it's looked down upon. Is that accurate at all? Does anyone know?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea either. That was mostly conjecture on my part, which I probably shouldn't have said. Yeah. But while we're on the fucking topic of same-sex relationships, Assami is shit.
I hate whenever every so often like there's an article saying like, yeah, this one character from this one 90s show, yeah, they were gay, and it's like, that don't count. That don't fucking count. You can literally say that about any character. Like a creator can come out and just say, yeah, that one character from that show from 20 years ago that I made, yeah, that character was gay, but we couldn't do it back then, so you know, that don't count. But
especially when there's no subtext. Like if they specifically point out subtext that they deliberately put in, then I'd be like, okay, I can kind of see that. But they just go like, oh, they're gay. Yeah. I just made it up.
I mean, like, you can have like a simple scene where they just flat out say they're gay. Like, I think people will be more accepting of that. But like the people, like, I always see this comment in response to these sorts of complaints where they say, "Well, do you expect them to be waving a flag around, a gay pride flag around?" And it's like, well, it's possible to show a character is gay without, you know, being in your face, but also not being so subtle that the only way to tell they're gay is if you read an article from
literally Courage the Cowardly Dog fucking did it. They talked about this girl was in an abusive relationship and she wanted to be with her fucking rabbit lover. Yeah. And like fucking they showed that and they did it where it wasn't like pandering, but it was also like subtle enough to be like fucking homophobe people could be like, they're just friends. That's like the best. That's like the best example I've seen of like a same-sex relationship in a cartoon so far. Because Korra doesn't fucking count.
I agree with that. I agree with that so hardcore. Korra is such a like. Yes, there's little subtle things here and there that could, you know, for the shippers to jump onto. And go ahead.
Before I go on a huge rant because I have a lot to say about it. EyePatch Wolf, have you seen Korra?
I haven't, no. Like, I've heard a bunch of stuff, and I know I had some friends who Korra made them very happy, but I haven't actually, like, seen it myself.
Okay, well, I'm about to shit on their parade and explain why Korra was garbage.
Oh, boy.
So,
preach it, brother.
I'll be really brief. I'm going to touch my briefs on this. Keep my briefs on this.
I'll be sure to cut this out of the podcast.
Don't fucking do that.
Just kidding. No, I won't.
Okay.
Nolan ranted about Korra and Assami for 9 minutes. The audio on his end was a little staticky, but I'll keep the rant in, but I'll put it at the end of the podcast after the conclusion and Emily and Stephanie singing.
Assami, I want her to lay that ass on me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Before we move on, there is something I do want to say about homosexual relationships in movies and such, because we spawned this from the Beauty and the Beast controversy, quote unquote. Is that the one thing I'm really sick of is these Christian groups that get really upset with homosexual characters in movies as if their homosexual content is automatically deemed as sexual. Because two characters being in a relationship that happen to be the same sex, all they can see and all they think about is the actual sexual stuff. So Christians, you're fucking pervs, first of all. Secondly, there's so much other stuff. And when people go, well, the kids are too young to be looking at that homosexual content. Well, then you need to get rid of these heterosexual relationships because it's a catch-20. If homosexual relationships are nothing but sexual, then so are heterosexual ones.
Look, I mean, we have trillions of heterosexual romance stories. I think y'all can handle one homosexual romance story, you know?
I actually have a funny story from work that relates to this whole sexuality thing. I was just going about my business one day, and I overheard a conversation between a couple of my managers, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that lady called again," and I'm a really nosy piece of shit, so I was like, "What lady?" And they were like, "Oh, this lady wants to talk to the owner of the store about this promotion we're doing, where we like give out movie tickets to like Beauty and the Beast." And I was like, "Okay." And then the manager is like, "Yeah, she's really upset that we're giving away movie tickets to Beauty and the Beast because there's a homosexual character in it." And the owner literally said, shoot me now."
Jesus.
They always say, like, this is propaganda being shoved down our throats. It's like, hey, man.
So is heterosexual content.
It's like, this person's just trying to, you know, they're just here. They're not trying to shove things down your throat. Well, I mean, unless you're into that, if you want, they can do that, I'm sure of it. But anyway.
Like, with the Yuri on Ice video I was talking about, I did get a couple of comments where it's like, "Oh, I like your videos better when you don't make it political." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
These are people's lives.
Yeah, like...
Oh, man, we're not allowed to talk about YouTube stuff, but there's gay YouTube stuff right now.
It's like, hey, what's going on with the CoCo movie? Hey, Pixar's CoCo.
Real quick. So YouTube apparently has restriction mode that they implemented, but if you put the word gay in your title, your video gets removed.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dear.
Yeah. We just want to make a safe, friendly space for YouTubers. Fucking bullshit.
And your existence is disgusting to us, and you people need to be hidden away. We're not homophobes, though. We just feel you're disgusting, and you need to be hidden away from kids and stuff, and you're all pedophiles. But, you know, it's just, you know.
Well, because like both me and Nolan both live alternative lifestyles, according from the quote-unquote hetero norm, where, like, you know, I'm a trans woman, Nolan's a gay guy. So we don't necessarily fit into the standard, what is people consider normal, which is really offensive.
Yeah.
Because as if like people get so wrapped up into what they know, you know, like what they've been brought up, what's been on their plate, that they assume that is what normal is, you know, Christianity, heterosexual relationships, these things. And they're not open to the idea that other people can have a different lifestyle. And it's a crazy, mind-blowing thing when they find out and they get angry for some reason.
Just because someone looks different than you or thinks differently than you doesn't mean you should be afraid of them. It means you should be angry at them. How dare they be different? What? My way of life ain't good enough for them?
So you're saying I should beat them up?
Billy, fighting outside of a hockey rink is wrong. But I'm imaginary, so do what you gotta do.
Well, it's not necessarily a whole different art style. I mean, you're still like, you know, you basically do the same things as a normal people do, you know? I mean, not that... Yeah. Wait, shit. Oh, fuck.
Ah, you did it, you bastard! Guys, flip that. We need articles.
Shit,
Kotaku.
Shit. Oh, God.
And pizza's homophobic.
Oh, God.
Literally dropping my exposed script.
First it was JonTron, then it was Digi, now it's Hand Pizza.
I'm not getting my $4,000 back, am I? Fuck.
I'm tweeting out right now. Let's get as many retweets as possible.
Oh.
I would think my actually kinks would be more alternative lifestyle than my actual homosexuality would be. But speaking of which, when we get Maxwell Adams on the podcast, I have a few words to say to him.
Oh boy, I'll ask him to be on whenever we have like whenever he's done with his thingy, his dead meat thing.
No, I want him on now.
Fine, I guess I should ask him. Just like, might as well. But you guys want to talk about CoCo by Pixar?
You gotta stay with me, boy. We don't know where we are. This isn't a dream then. You're all really out there.
You mean shitty? Isn't the kid in CoCo the same guy from Star versus the Forces of Evil? Marco, whatever his name is.
He does look like that. Yeah. Pixar's new movie CoCo, which is about Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, and it's about a little kid who dreams of being a guitar player, but his parents just don't let him, and then he somehow ends up in the afterlife in the sugar land of Mexico's underworld or whatever, and it's Dia de los Muertos, and it's totally not a ripoff of Book of Life. No, it's its own thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like, wait, no, was this not a thing really recently?
No, Pixar never heard of that movie. That was a small movie. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
So what you're saying is it rips off the visuals, the special effect visuals from A Book of Life with having very similar because of cultural references, but then they also steal Marco from Star. Like it's just a hodgepodge of other things.
Man, Pixar has gone down the shitter. Fuck those guys.
This ain't a sequel, so it's okay. But like people are saying like, well, it's a Day of the Dead movie. What do you expect? Well, it's possible to make a Day of the Dead movie of Mexico and have it not be about a kid who dreams of being a guitar player, but his parents don't let him be a guitar player, and he goes into the afterlife. It's possible to tell another type of story with that holiday.
I didn't see Book of Life. I heard it was like it's fine. But the character designs in it were really, really nice, and like the ones in this look super like just generic and kind of flat.
Yeah,
I saw the skeleton woman, and she has fucking eyeballs, and it looks disgusting.
She looks
and
like Mumbo from fucking Banjo-Kazooie.
Or that redesign of the New Adventures of He-Man's Skeletor.
Oh god, I forgot that. Oh, but I'm excited for that. I guess I'll watch the movie. I'm not like, I kind of wish the plot was a little different, but Jorge Gutierrez did come out and say that, hey, Pixar fans, it's okay for this movie to happen. The director is totally fine with it.
Yeah, well, they're friends. Like they back each other up. The only problem is that because it's from very similar cultural stories that a lot of the elements that people are like, oh, it's ripping off are they're just Mexican folklore elements, right?
Folklore elements, yeah. Because they both have the Katrina, the skeleton woman,
and then the like leaves or something, the orange leaves.
Oh yeah, that's representative. But this could all be fine if it wasn't for the kid with the guitar storyline. It's like, yeah, that's Book of Life on the same holiday. This is bullshit.
I guess. Well, no one wants them not to make Mexican stories. I think there's a rich pool of things to pull from.
Yeah,
it just sucks that the most recent ones are kind of hitting the same barrel instead of moving out.
Yeah, Hollywood has learned that, whoa, Mexico has sugar skulls? Let's make everything Mexico with sugar skulls, because that's literally... Okay, Mexico has two things in Hollywood films. Either sugar skulls or cartel, and that's what Mexico is to Hollywood.
Well, isn't Mexico just like a yellow filter?
Basically, everything's on Instagram filtered. Izzy's writing a tweet that says, retweet this, add RebelTaxi is homophobic confirmed on this week's podcast. Back me up, #expose slut. I think that tweet is gonna be taken the wrong way.
Too bad.
Oh.
Too bad.
I really want to do expose slut.
Expose slut.
But
I'm gonna do it.
Oh man.
Well, I typed in exposed, and then its suggestion was explode slut.
Yeah. Thanks, Twitter.
Done.
But yeah, for this trailer to CoCo, my mom was telling me like, is this the sequel to Book of Life? I'm confused. What is this? And like I had to explain to her, no, Pixar's just a bunch of fucking hacks. I mean, I remember Your Movie Sucks like mentioned this in his Inside Out review. Like he was talking about that one teaser trailer for I think Ratatouille, where the teaser trailer for Ratatouille opens up with like,
now Pixar has had a pretty good track record in the past, but as of late I'm not so sure. It's times like these where I think back to the original trailer for WALL-E.
In the summer of 1994, there was a lunch. So at that lunch, we knocked around a bunch of ideas that eventually became A Bug's Life, Monsters Incorporated, Finding Nemo, and the last one we talked about that day was the story of a robot named WALL-E.
It was pretty good marketing for the time. I mean, it reminded everyone of the classic kids movies they're associated with, but looking at it now, it kind of unintentionally implies that everything that came after WALL-E was more of an afterthought.
That's the teaser to WALL-E, but go on.
Anything after that was a complete afterthought for Pixar, because their quality of movies have went downhill.
I feel like they just need to have another fucking lunch.
Yeah, guys, like, goddamn. Someone buy them
go to that fucking City Cafe or something. God,
someone go to Pixar, take them to a Subway, have them like discuss some ideas. You know, we need some better ideas. I think. What do you think Pixar fucking died?
Cars 2?
That's a tough question.
I feel like it all went downhill. Like, I think Toy Story 3 was their last great film.
That was so good.
Yeah.
There's a really good book called Creativity Inc. And it's really weird. It's about like the management structure of Pixar and why it allowed them to consistently produce so many good films. Mm-hmm. And from what I'm seeing lately, that management system does not seem to be in place at all, because some of the shit coming out of them, it's so derivative, you know, and they used to be the trailblazers. That's a really good book, by the way.
You know what I think the problem is? Before, Pixar would make a movie once every like 3-4 years, but now they make a new one each year.
No, sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
Because Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur aired in the same year.
Well, one year when there was a year without Pixar movies, so that's why.
Well, I mean, this year we're getting Cars 3 and CoCo.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know what the problem actually is, but I just recently watched Finding Dory, and I found that really boring. Mm-hmm. Like, I was upset because I was super excited about watching it on Netflix, and then I just found myself getting really bored really quick.
Yeah, that movie just kind of came and went.
Yeah, and it made a ton of money, but no one remembers it.
It really did. It was expensive. It wasn't expensive. It made like a shit ton of money.
It made $1 billion in the box office.
$1 billion.
$1.28 billion. Its budget was $200 million. But yeah, the next set of movies is Cars 3, boring. CoCo, which could be good. Incredibles 2, which is what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Finally, that's happening. And then
I'm not even sure I want it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah. Look, it's one of those things where it's like, will it live up to the hype? I don't know. And
unless Brad Bird is completely involved to the extent that he was in the original, I'm fucking scared.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he is the director, story, screenplay writer. So he's like all of them.
Good.
Like, normally it's like
I have a little bit more hope, but honestly, what made The Incredibles so good? Like I have this link saved on my computer somewhere. It was a breakdown of the entire film's cinematography, and just the way the film was presented to us was like so much better. That there was a ton of shit I didn't even think about, like the whole dinner scene at the
volcano.
I mean, the whole dinner scene at the very beginning of the movie with the family. Is actually so well done and so perfectly conveys their personalities without them having to exposit it at all. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah. But I'm just like, please don't fuck this up. But like, I have just so many ideas, like what's it going to be about? Because, I mean, I remember there was an article saying how Brad Bird saying that The Incredibles came out in a pre-Avengers cinematic universe world. So I'm thinking like, this is my idea. This is what I'm going to guess what the next Incredibles movie is going to be about. It's going to be about Mr. Incredible slowly going into retirement. Maybe his kids are going to college. I don't know, like, and there's more superheroes coming out of the woodwork, exposing themselves and being more open. And it's a big, like, it's probably going to be like some sort of gay metaphor sort of thing. They're probably going to do that, and all these superheroes are being outcast by society, and it's like Watchmen all over again, and they're all hated on, something like that. So hopefully I'll get 1 out of the 5 of those.
Well, no. Well, the Incredibles 2 movie is going to be Mr. Incredible being sued by insurance companies for coming back.
Fuck!
And it's just like a giant court case movie.
Oh, so it's Batman v Superman, the first half of that movie?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh man! Apparently, Toy Story 4's plot, because I was just on Wikipedia, is apparently Woody and Buzz set on an epic adventure to find Woody's romantic interest, Bo Peep.
Oh, great!
They just wrote her out of the third movie. They just said, "Remember what happened to Bo Peep?" Yeah, or something like that. They just wrote her out. Like,
yeah, I remember that. That was like, wait, what?
Yeah, what happened? What happened to her? I wonder what was the creative decision that made him just say, "We're not going to need this character." Yeah, but CoCo, I guess it'll be good. I mean, it won't look as good as Book of Life, but you know.
I also wanted to mention Pixar's character designs too. In The Incredibles, every character had a very distinct shape. Like EyePatch Wolf, you discussed this in your video, not Incredibles specifically, but how a circle, a triangle, and a square each represent certain emotions or emotional states, etc.
Yeah, they give off like a
The Incredibles does it. Yeah, each character does that, but it's so subtle you don't even know it. Like it's done so well and so like it's hidden so well. Like the Flash, not the Flash, Dash. Did you discuss The Incredibles in your video? It's been a little while, so I forget.
I think I talked about them at some point. It wasn't that video, but yeah, like that's something I always love to see when you see the shapes of the characters just being pushed. You see it really good in stuff like One Piece.
Mm-hmm. But with Dash specifically, like his shapes are so subtle. It's great. Mm-hmm. Like he literally just looks like a cartoon, and like the triangle that represents how energetic he is like his hair. Like slicked back, and it's slicked back because he's running so fast all the time. That's fucking ingenious. Like,
yep, that's super fucking cool.
Yeah, like you can't even tell like the shapes are in there. They're just like it just looks like a character. Like you can't even you don't like break it down like and analyze it at first. Like you just like, oh, that looks like a fun character, and that's like every single character in The Incredibles. And then you get to and then you get to fucking Inside Out, and like you shapes so blatantly and so unsubtly. It's like, god damn, like you can like literally one of the characters is a fucking square. Like it's so shitty.
Leave Super Meat Boy out of this.
If they're male characters, they actually have really good shapes, or they're like really blatant shapes. If they're female characters, they're just shaped like females.
Exactly. It's shitty and it sucks. And like. When you have The Incredibles, which made every character, even like characters who are completely incidental to the plot, look amazing, it just really shows how fucking downhill their visual storytelling has gone.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shame.
Yeah.
So basically what we're saying is, John Lasseter, I hate you. You're a terrible human being. I don't know you personally, but I'm just going to say this anyway because you don't make cartoons as good as you used to. Shit. Therefore, you totally deserve it to all the hatred you get.
John Lasseter,
that is a totally rational thing to do.
Does he legitimately get hatred besides you?
Huh?
Does like John Lasseter like get hatred? Because I don't like. I never like. Is there like?
I was mainly just parroting people who hate who genuinely hate people for not being as good as they used to.
I'm googling it. I want to find out if there's a hate Tumblr for him.
I don't think so.
John Lasseter, stop wearing those shitty Hawaiian shirts.
No, I found a fuck yeah John Lasseter.
Animators love John Lasseter. He's like their Jesus. Yeah. I did college. I did animation in college, and yeah, he's popular.
This is CNN.
No more YouTube stuff. Captain Underpants.
Woo! Do something. Put the pen down, Mr. Krupp, or we'll hypnotize you. When I snap my fingers, you will obey our every command. You are now the amazing Captain Underpants! Tra-la-la! I honestly didn't think that would happen.
This summer.
Come, sidekick!
We gotta stop him.
What?
Out of the road, bozo!
Why, thank you, vehicle person.
Ow. Yep.
Did you guys fucking see the trailer?
It looks really good, surprisingly. And there was like no bathroom humor in the trailer at all, which is very, very surprising.
There was a giant toilet. I saw it.
Yeah, that's crazy, but like it has such a great style to it because it looks like the book, and it's actually a CG movie that looks very stylized. You know, it looks so nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I don't know anything about that series, but like it looks nice.
Yeah. Well, I vaguely remember reading the books for that, and like I think it did teach me about like essentially frame by frame animation, because there were like 2 pages that said flip this in and out, flip these 2 pages and see like this clapping, this toilet mouth eating someone.
Yeah. Captain Underpants is actually one of the most banned children's books in the United States, by the way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Wow.
I think so. I know it's banned a lot, but I don't know. Let me quick fact check.
I mean, you know what I kind of wish for is like maybe in the 2000s, like imagine if we got some sort of live action Captain Underpants movie with Frankie Muniz as one of the kids, and maybe that guy from Big Fat Liar as Captain Underpants, and everyone is just uncomfortable for like 2 hours.
And Nolan's right. It is the most banned. Why Captain Underpants is the most banned book in America.
It's a grown man in his underwear. You can see why it'd be banned.
So I didn't know it was a hypnotized story. Like,
God damn it.
I literally know nothing about it. So I just thought it was a weird, random SpongeBob-like story of a guy that runs around his underpants saving the day. No. I didn't know it was like an evil principal being converted into a hero.
He has no free will. But yeah, I'm excited for this movie. Like, just the style of it. Like, I thought it was gonna be Sony Pictures, but I see it's DreamWorks, right?
Yeah.
Because from the promotional stills, I thought it was gonna look like the Peanuts movie by Blue Sky, but it's more 3D-ish still, and it's still stylized.
It's banned for 4 reasons: partial nudity, violence, misbehavior, and blackmail.
What? Oh, blackmail. Yeah. Oh, okay, blackmailing. I thought like there's the black kid got it banned. What?
No, the principal who's later hypnotized by the 2 kids becoming Captain Underpants blackmails the 2 mischievous students into behaving well. This could be considered bullying.
Oh god.
According to Business Insider.
The good thing is Captain Underpants succeeded in the end, and now we're getting this movie, which I don't think. Do you think Captain Underpants is still controversial? I doubt it.
I mean, in 2015, it was revealed that Harold is gay. So
shit, it just got even more controversial. Yeah, so I'm excited. But next bit of news.
Yeah, let's just we got little time left. So
for the questions, the EyePatch Wolf, Death Note, the Netflix thing. You're into anime. What you think?
The human whose name is written in this note shall die.
Shall we begin?
This is a weird one for me, because my stance with this stuff is like, I know people get super heated when stuff they love gets like, you know, a newer, shittier adaptation. But to me, I'm like Death Note's Death Note. It's right there. You can go back, watch the manga, or you can go back, watch the anime, read the manga. It's still going to be fine. And so I don't care if, like, I know some people are really like, oh, they're going to ruin it or whatever. And so wouldn't be overly worked up about that. I don't know. I think it looks like fine.
Mm-hmm. I remember hearing rumors a long-ass time ago when they were saying that Zac Efron would be in this movie.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it turns out the Netflix movie that's coming out is the leftovers of Warner Brothers doing a live-action theatrical movie for Death Note, in which Warner Brothers wanted to remove Shimagamis completely from the story.
Huh.
And they wanted to make it, instead of a story about justice, a story about vengeance, where Light wants to get like revenge or something, like go Spider-Man with like his dad dying or something.
Wow, that's really not Death Note.
Right. Well, the director at the time rejected that, and then the movie didn't get greenlit, and then eventually the movie rights got sold from Warner Brothers to Netflix, and this is what we got now.
Is it going to be a Netflix TV show or a movie?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
It is one movie.
Light could definitely be hotter.
But I'm excited.
Apparently, the Light's person is from the Naked Brothers band?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's one of the kids from the Naked Brothers band, which is the worst fucking title you could name for your children's band. This old Nickelodeon show. My cousin hated that show. Like, me and my cousin, like, my cousin would just, like, get all these comments of, like, Naked Brothers bands, and I don't know, they would upload it to the YouTube channel, and it's like, I don't know why they were so pissed about this band. Like, I hated them too, but it's like, not enough to get the comments of these people and just post them on YouTube. God.
John, I have to ask, because I am kind of, I guess, a defender. But what do you think of the 2017 Ghost in the Shell so far?
I haven't seen I've seen like a couple of trailers. I haven't like watched it. It's not out here yet. But like I'll give it a shot. I don't really know a whole bunch about it. Like I can see like with like, you know, the whole kind of getting replaced thing. I do see why people are pissed about that. And like it's like, okay, you know, fair enough.
I just want to say Ghost in the Shell is fucking boring.
No, never that big a fan of the original film myself. Standalone Complex is a lot better, I think. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, partially at like 3 a.m.
I've only seen a few episodes, but I'm really into it. The episode where this guy wanted to be put into a cyber brain to save his life, but it was against his parents' religion.
That was really interesting.
That was so good.
The second film's pretty cool as well because there's a really fun dog in it.
There's a dog in it.
But yeah,
fuck all the like philosophical diatribe. That dog is rad.
Does he ride a skateboard?
Yeah, I just asked because I've been watching people discuss it, and all they say is it's the biggest betrayal to a Ghost in the Shell. I'm just like, it's not even out yet, man.
Come on, let's all wait until the Akira movie, the American Akira movie, comes out, and then we can say what's a bigger betrayal.
Actually, I have a funny story about the Akira movie. I know this is a story that's basically, I know a guy who knows a guy, but I was doing some freelance artwork for a website, and the guy who I was like contacting, like keeping in touch with, knew somebody who worked at Warner Bros, I think it was. And like part of his job was like passing scripts along to other people, and he got his hands on the Akira script. And it was really shitty.
Can you say anything about it?
They renamed Kaneda and Tetsuo to like these generic American names. It was basically think Harry Partridge's American Akira, and that was basically what it was.
I really want the last scene to be like Kaneda and Akira, and Kaneda just says, "This is what happens when you fuck with America," and punches Tetsuo, and that's the climax.
Beautiful. Please do. Like that
one's free, Warner Brothers.
Jumping back to Death Note, I guess my only problem with it is that like if you wanted to do an American version of Death Note, because like that's basically they took a couple elements and then they just moved it over to America. If you want to do a what if story, if the book landed in America versus Japan, that would have been cool. I just don't like the idea of like taking the original story, cherry picking up pieces, and then just relocating it so you can have, you know, Light Turner instead of Light Yagami. And instead of Misa, it's Mia, and, you know, weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it does seems like it's a little Final Destination-y in the trailer, because it's like all of a sudden they're falling off a giant Ferris wheel that's being destroyed. Because, you know, when I think of Death Note, I think of action scenes.
Look at that awesome fucking like theme park destruction scene.
Are they gonna do? Are they gonna have that really awesome potato chip scene where he's writing intensely and stuff? Are they gonna do that?
Goddamn better.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to have an actiony Death Note and still like keep in the same vein as the original, I wish they would have just kind of done a movie based around the TV hacking part, where, you know, where like Yagami's dad like drives through so he doesn't get caught, because the second Kira can see people's names and write them down. And there's enough guns in that scene that like if someone trying to get to the TV station, that you could have an action climax of the third arc or third act and still be true to the original.
Hey, could Death Note work as an anthology show? Like example, like the Death Note falls onto a different person each week.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
maybe.
Because I was like thinking, like, could that work?
Kind of like how the Mask in the comics.
I don't read comics, but yeah, I was thinking like Tales from the Crypt or something.
Well, the Mask, the Jim Carrey movie, in the comics, the Mask, it's Stanley Ipkiss dies in the first issue, and the Mask just keeps getting passed down different villains, and the main hero is actually the bad guy in the movie. So the detective.
Wow.
Yeah. Like originally it was going to be a horror, but when they cast Jim Carrey, it became a comedy. But like it's that like the Mask gets passed on each issue to the point to where the Joker wore it one time.
Oh, so it was originally a horror movie and then it became a comedy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hollywood tries to do like the Deadpool thing and make an R-rated mask movie.
I think people are too attached to the Jim Carrey and don't understand where the source material came from.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. What happened? Jim Carrey vanished from existence, so I don't think he'll mind. You know, he's not here with us anymore. He
did funny award speeches for a couple of years, and now he's just gone.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jim Carrey. So, you guys want to get into the questions?
Sure. Yep, let's do it.
All right. Questions. If anybody has a question, or be sure to start out with the word question so it's easier to find, and post your question in the YouTube comments of this video on the YouTube. So our first question is Marzulu Bravi says, question, what do you think draws the line between a lovable jerk character to a just mean character on animation? So
motive, totally.
Motive and repercussions, I think.
Repercussions a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like basically, if they're the lovable jerk, I think if they do stuff that's kind of douchey, but then they get like a very funny slapsticky like sort of repercussion back, then like, because I feel like if the lovable jerk doesn't necessarily have to learn or grow, because if you're like making a series that completely revolves around them being a jerk, a la Dan Versus, but if you just have them like find funny and creative ways to like have everything blow up in their face, then that would be good.
Like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Those guys are always doing terrible things, and they always get fucked over at the end.
They never learn from it either. That's the incredible thing about that show.
Yeah, that, and also like trying to just give them like a reason why they're jerks instead of like, you know, they're just jerks for the sake of it. Because I was watching, I don't know, because recently I was just watching Adult Swim, and I was just watching some show nobody remembers, Titan Maximum, and some other claymation show. I don't even remember.
Oh, is that the road trip one?
Titan Maximum, or which one?
Maybe I have that wrong. Maybe that's something else.
No, I think you're thinking of something that aired on UPN like 10,000 years ago, like next to like the PJs or whatever. I think I know what you're talking about.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a newer Adult Swim show about a giant robot thing, and it looks like Robot Chicken, but Titan Maximum is full of, I don't know, jerk characters, and I don't know, part of me is like, well, we have another jerk character, and I'm no longer impressed by it anymore. You know, I feel like we have too many of those, and like the thing that you got to separate them is like, you know, you got to give them more character, like BoJack or Duckman or Archer. Like, who are they? You know, they can't just be a jerk.
I really like it when you can see like their really specific internal logic. Like even in Always Sunny, every character in that show is a jerk in such a specific way, and it's so funny because of it. Mm-hmm. I love how Dennis, like, he kind of comes across as like the most sort of together of the group, and he's like the worst. Like after a couple episodes, you're like, this man is actually Satan.
Yeah, they're all fucked up. But any other jerk things? Okay, next question. Blitz Leopard 7. Question, hey Pan, how do you feel that Cartoon Network promotes Teen Titans Go too much? Because, you don't live in America, EyePatch Wolf. In America, they play Teen Titans Go, and it's like literally 70% of the schedule. It's always playing.
Seriously?
Yeah.
12-hour shifts.
It's like their SpongeBob. It's like Cartoon Network SpongeBob. It just constantly plays, because it's a pretty popular show. Oh, yeah, for kids. But all the adults hate it, so Cartoon Network found its audience if they found a show that's successful, and they're gonna play it till it fucking burns out. So I'm estimating it'll go away in about 10 years, you know? It'll be around.
Yeah. I can't wait to slowly die. Oh, wait, it's already happening.
Oh, yes. But look, the important thing is we get more Raven and Jinx, and like, you know, you can buy a Raven pop figure at Toys R Us as an exclusive. So I need to buy me that, and also a Jinx one, because they have that too.
Okay, the only thing I hate about Teen Titans Go is the fact that there's no like big Starfire figure. Like the closest thing that they have to a Starfire toy is either you buy the group pack where you can't pose them, or you have to get Dark Starfire with Speedy.
Weird.
Whatever reason, I guess it's the whole boys won't buy girl toys except for Raven.
Yeah. Thank God Raven's the favorite. I hope they do make a Jinx figure, because I do have like 2 Raven plushes in my room. Don't ask why. But yeah, like I'm sure.
Don't ask why. We know.
Look, you know. Just don't. I don't know if I ever bring you into my room. If anyone ever goes into my room, please do not bring a black light. Just please don't.
If you bring me into your room,
cringy motherfucker.
If you bring me into your room, it'd be the first girl in your room.
No, actually, I had my Tsundere friend and her friend to bring in to be in my room. We recorded a Let's Play together. We recorded a Let's Play on the Shrek 2 video game. So link below to that. Yay. Because we plan on doing more Let's Plays together. It was great. Yeah.
If that's what they're calling it now.
Shut up. Oh, yeah, but Teen Titans Go will never end. It'll keep going till the end of time. Like, what will die first? The Simpsons, SpongeBob, or Teen Titans Go?
That's not fair, because Simpsons has like a 20, 30 year head start on that.
Yeah. Race. Okay. In terms of like how many years they'll go on, you know. I think the Simpsons will go on the longest since that's such a culturally significant show.
I don't know if we've talked about this, but did you know the Simpsons stopped printing DVDs?
Oh yeah, we did mention that, and like they skipped over 18 and 19 just to get to the 20th anniversary collection.
Really? Yeah, which pisses me off. You couldn't just print those last 2 seasons for the sake of consistency.
Yeah. What I wish they would do is just make like one giant Blu-ray that contains all the episodes, which, I mean, I don't know what's the maximum quality the Simpsons were rendered in. Like, I don't know if they have the old film stock, but it'd be cool to have that.
Probably.
Hopefully, but I just want old 90s TV shows and cartoons released in HD somehow. If they still have the old film stocks, they could do that. If they want to go through the time with it, please. Yeah, but or at least release all the Simpsons DVDs on like a giant donut-shaped collection. You know, just imagine like 40 discs, 50 discs in this big donut carrying case. That'd be awesome. But
I mean, I get it. There's so many episodes of The Simpsons that like I can't imagine people actually wanting to buy full DVD season sets. Like, if you have, unless you've been collecting them since it's such a like to know that there's 20 seasons you have to start, and they're usually $30 a piece at minimum.
Yeah, although now the early seasons were like $20.
Okay, but still, that's you're already spending like $500 just to own all of The Simpsons,
and everyone can just stream it now with FXX.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like I do agree that they shouldn't have skipped season 28 and 29 just to get to season 30.
Yeah. Well, actually, they skipped 18 and 19.
Oh, sorry. Whatever.
They're not even done on 21, and I think what's The Simpsons on now? Season 30, I believe, currently in real life. I don't know.
Yeah, almost. Can't believe we've had 30 years of these motherfuckers.
And
just end it already.
And it's been 10 years since the last console-based Simpsons game. This is bullshit.
Oh, no, shit, that's YouTube speak. Never mind.
But next question, I guess the final one.
Yep.
Okay, Neil Roman says, question, y'all play any Flash games on Cartoon Network's website / Newgrounds, Homestar, CN, Nickelodeon back in the 2000s?
I've been playing Bubble Spinner a lot in class.
What the hell's that?
It's an addicting games game where you just bounce balls off the wall and try to stick it to this big mesh and try to like match up like 3 or more of the same colored ball to get points.
So it's Bust a Move.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, with the little lizard guy is Bust a Move. Well, if you all see my Let's Play channel, I am playing a bunch of Cartoon Network Flash games, like most notably the Ed, Edd and Eddy ones. Which
Please
those are really.
Don't watch his channel if you love yourself.
Shut up.
Yeah. By the way, did you choose this particular question so you could pick out your Let's Play channel?
Not really. Well, mainly also just to gauge on like what Flash games were popular in the 2000s and what y'all played.
Do you guys remember the Cartoon Network? They had like, it wasn't really a game, but it was a website where you could collect stickers.
Oh, C-Tunes.
Yeah, I love that shit. I lost the password and got really upset because I had like, you know, one of the only limited time, only this weekend stuff, and they're gone forever.
Okay, I should do a Cartoon Fridays retrospective, but like C-Tunes was this thing on Cartoon Network's website. It was basically just a glorified sticker book. Like you buy you have in-game points and you use those to pay for like stickers and decorate a back. Like they give you a background and they give you a bunch of characters and you decorate this background. But you can also trade or collect more of these and just buy them. And they were just like random poses, and some of them were animated and had sound clips from the episodes. You know.
Yeah, it was so good.
Some of them were even based on specific episodes of TV shows, like for Ed, Edd and Eddy. But there was also this other thing called G-Tunes. It was like their version of a card game. I didn't know how to play it, but it was with these little circle things, these rings, and you just, I don't know. I didn't know how to play it at all. I just like clicked on buttons and hoped I win. Do you remember G-Tunes?
No.
Damn.
No, I was more of a Newgrounds guy. I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds back then.
Damn, you were off the grid.
Did you watch did you watch Nazo Unleashed like every other Newgrounds person did?
Probably. I barely remember anything I watched.
I
can remember some bunch of stuff where I was like, at the time I was like, man, that's awesome. And now I think about it and I'm like,
hey, those...
Yeah, I remember the Sonic versus Mario Sprite cartoons where this one specifically I was watching with a friend, and it was like Sonic turned into Super Sonic and he just pulled out his dick and pissed all over Mario, and I was like, what?
Jesus.
Kind of cartoons are you watching?
I was like shocked like that they could that was a thing you could find on the internet. Shit. And my friend was laughing and I was just sitting
terrified.
I think the first video I ever clicked on Newgrounds was Goku fighting Mario and just thinking like, oh my god, this is the height of art.
Remember Super Mario Brothers Z?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Did you see the reboot?
They recently brought it back a year ago, and they were funded on Patreon, and Nintendo shut their asses down.
Good, because it was shit. Okay.
No, come on.
No. Okay. I like the original. Back when, voice acting on Flash cartoons was really difficult. Bringing that shit back on fucking YouTube and not even having voice acting, I'm sorry, but the whole, like, having words pop up and it not be interactive Flash where after you read it, you can click to the next one and, having it weirdly timed out to whoever the person created and how fast they read. There's no sense of timing. It's just really shitty. I refuse to watch something without voice acting.
Damn.
I'm not gay.
Look,
I just have, standards.
You're a lesbian.
Oh,
stop shoving your lifestyle down our throats.
Fuck you.
Fucking homophobe.
Izzy is blatantly wrong. She can take her opinions and shove it up her ass because the Super Mario Bros. Z reboot was amazing.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I used to have respect for you, Nolan.
When I saw...
Oh, please, don't pretend. Every single person in this call never had respect for me, ever.
No, I do. Except for you're wrong on this opinion.
I mean, like, when I saw that Super Mario Brothers Z, well, let me explain. It's about like 16-bit sprites, and they're doing Dragon Ball Z fights, but it's with Mario and all his friends, and I think Sonic too. And it was really cool in the 2000s. And when I heard they brought it back, I was like, really? We're gonna do this? It's like, it was cool when we were 12, back when Newgrounds was funny, and, we were all 12, living in the suburbs, drinking Pepsi, playing Halo.
Remember, okay, no, we're not doing this shit. Not today. The worst part is that he has the audio separately. He can just cut me out and just keep going on. But back in the day, Mario versus Sonic was the dream everyone had. So every time we saw a Flash animated thing with the sprites from Nintendo and the sprites from Sega together and they had fights, it was awesome. We all wanted it. Now we have Olympics.
Yeah, now we have Smash Bros.
When fucking the Sonic trailer for Smash Bros. Brawl came out and everybody lost their fucking minds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
I think I remember thinking it was a joke.
I saw that in college, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Yeah, because I was like, "Is this real? Like, is this the Nintendo official?"
Wait, you were in college when that dropped?
First year, I do believe. I'm old, by the way.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
I think you sound a lot younger.
Yeah, that's my trick.
I think I was in first year of high school. So I was like,
what the fuck am I doing with my life? What am I doing?
Oh, yeah, wait, Brawl for the Wii? Yeah, I was in high school. Never mind.
Yeah, it was a simpler time when we thought the motion controls on the Wii were going to be a million times more awesome than they actually were.
They're the future.
Okay.
Nintendo gave up on motion controls. Oh, wait, this is the thingy. Yeah, the Switch have motion controls. Okay. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over.
But the Switch, I really want them to port over the most recent Smash Brothers, but I want a fucking story mode because
that'd be awesome if they added that in.
Yeah, that was real disappointing with the last one. And the trailers were fucking awesome, and that's where that budget went. But
literally the only reason there's not a story mode was because Sakurai got butthurt that people uploaded the cutscenes onto YouTube.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason they're not in the game.
Yeah, because like it's kind of strange when you go back to like 1995 or something, like for the PlayStation or whatever. Like let's say Twisted Metal, like in Twisted Metal, like the award for playing with all these different characters is you get a cutscene. But now you can't really have that as an award for a video game since all those cutscenes will just be on YouTube.
Yeah, one person has to play it and they put it up.
Yeah.
And, well, it's such a video games is such a weird thing right now because. I mean, like I teach, and I would probably say about half my students, they don't play video games anymore. They just watch Let's Players. Like they're legitimately like, well, we don't buy consoles because we don't want to spend the money, so we just watch people play.
Yeah, I've like anytime I talk to a kid about video games now, they're always like, yeah, I just watch Let's Plays. I don't play them.
Damn.
And that's really upsetting because the big selling point about video games as an art form and as an entertainment platform is the fact that they're interactive.
Well, people can appreciate someone else's interaction with it now. Look, we're all gonna be living in the Wall-E world where everyone's just sitting on their chairs and watching a screen. You just fucking wait. It's gonna happen.
I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things where, like, I mentioned I love Banjo-Kazooie to somebody. There was a potential date, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I really love watching so and so play it. It's a great game." And it's just like, yeah, it's a great game to experience on your own.
I'm thinking back to the Future where they say, "You use your hands. That's a baby's game."
Oh God!
That kid probably just watches nothing but just shitty Let's Plays. Fuck that kid. That was right. Oh God! Back to the Future predicted this.
Soon the future will be like you plug yourself in like Ghost in the Shell, and like you like stream Let's Plays directly into your brain.
Oh God!
No, and then like if you hate a Let's Player, you can like DDoS their brain and like
holy shit.
And then, like, you're like, this person is a shitty person. I'm gonna get all my friends to come. We're gonna do us their ghost, and then they fucking shut them down, and like they have to go to the hospital and like have surgery or something.
What if you drop below a certain number of viewers, you just die?
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! New YouTube Young Dystopia novel.
That's the plot of Loki IRL. Anyway,
coming soon.
Little tiny mini YouTube rant thing is that like recently there's a certain Let's Players that don't actually play the game based off the rules. They just gotta do whatever. And in the comments section, there's people yelling at them for not playing the game. Like they play The Simpsons Hit and Run, and they just go around fucking around. Like they put in a cheat mode and they just do a bunch of silly shit. And like in the comment section, people are really upset they're not playing through the story. And that is that gap. That is there's two types of Let's Play fans now. There's people that legitimately are watching Let's Plays as a way to quote unquote play the game without playing it. And then there's people that are, looking at Let's Plays as basically podcasts, but with interaction with something.
I was going to Let's Play The Simpsons Hit and Run, but they beat me to it. But I can do the story mode. I can fill in that gap. No, they're not doing.
That market that hasn't been tapped yet.
The untapped Simpsons Hit and Run Let's Play groups. Maybe when Tsundere Girl comes over to my house again, we can do that game.
just title it Pan Pizza Place Simpsons Hit and Run better than Game Grump.
Yeah, plays the story mode better. Actually plays the story mode. Here,
it would actually probably work if you just put better than Game Grumps at the end of all your videos. You'd be like, oh, I'll fucking show him.
Yeah, fuck you, Aaron Hansen. Or wait, no, that's the guy from NBC. Shit.
No, Aaron Hansen is the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, I get confused with Aaron Hansen and Chris Hansen sometimes in my head.
Have a sheet.
According to my friend, the reason why Dateline To Catch a Predator ended was because when they confronted somebody, the guy that was confronted literally shot himself on set.
Oh,
not on set.
At least that's what I heard.
Okay, I think they found that he ran off and then he hid in some shack and then that's where he did it. But
okay.
To Catch a Predator is back online. It's a new show called Hansen vs. Predator, and it's a streaming show. Although it's pretty much the exact same type of show, Although we see the interrogations at the police station.
Let John speak, Pam.
Okay, I'm done.
No, go.
That was all I had to say.
So my favorite thing about To Catch a Predator?
Yeah.
You know the way they always bring out that giant, massive camera?
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, we're actually on TV, and they walk out. There's never any footage from that camera. It's probably not even rolling. It's just there to scare the shit out of whoever's.
Oh
like,
my God!
And it's such a good trick.
I never realized that. I don't think we have seen that perspective for that camera.
Every couple of months, I just binge like To Catch a Predator clips on YouTube, and my favorite guys are always the really stupid ones who think that what's his name, Aaron is. What's the presenter's name?
Chris.
They think he's a pedophile as well, and they're like, "Oh, hey, buddy, you in on this too?" And it's like, no, dumbass.
Don't you watch NBC, you asshole?
The best one is there's one when the guy walks in and sees Chris Hansen and he goes, "Oh, I knew. I was just seeing it. I was just seeing if it was. You guys did good." And like tries to walk out immediately, be like, "Oh no, not actually. I was just testing it.
Yeah."
Gets mauled.
Oh, I remember when someone drew that fan art of when we were talking about To Catch a Predator, and it was me looking up. Okay, it was a drawing of me looking up for a 13-year-old goth girl, and I go to their house, and my character just says, "Hey, you're not Chris Hansen. What the fuck?"
I saw one more. It was like obviously a catfish thing where someone's messing a person that's like clearly not a 12-year-old messaging, and the person goes, "Chris Hansen, I didn't want to meet you like this."
Oh.
So for anime, we did a Pokemon Go parody, and just to really like submit on how like late anime is when it comes we were when Pokemon Go came out. We animated I animated a bunch of Pokemon Go parodies, and one of them they wanted me to do was a How to Catch a Predator parody with Pokemon Go, with like a guy coming in and like, "What are you doing here?" I'm trying to catch my daughter Pokemon, And I was like, first of all, how's that even relevant now?
It's
right?
iconic, like people know it still.
But then, for whatever reason, somehow it got delayed like 2 months. And so after Pokemon Go was completely over, we released this Pokemon Go video, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
God damn, that sucks. But
Double whammy.
I always feel that To Catch a Predator was such a repetitive show, and I think I know a good way to spice it up, Like, you know how they got these decoys pretending to be little kids, and they're inside the house, when the Predator comes in,
Yeah.
Well, I think what they should do is like since the decoy is like 20 pretending to be 14, I think they should go a little further and have them in the bedroom and like they're about to fuck, and that's when Chris Hansen shows up.
Oh my god, man.
They can do that.
That's the worst thing ever said.
They can do. It's a 20-year-old. It's okay if it's the decoy's 20 years old.
What you're saying is you want some softcore porn along with.
Okay, look, this is for the greater good, because like always with these Predator shows.
Oh my god, stop talking!
Hang on. Always with these Predator shows, the guy is like, "Well, I wasn't gonna actually do anything, But this way, they caught the guy. They caught the guy on camera actually doing it. So it's like they fucking.
I feel so fucking embarrassed right now.
No, it's perfect.
What Pan wants is on live television to see a guy drop trout, whip out his dick right in front of this child-looking adult.
They're a 20-year-old, so it's okay.
So thanks for watching the Pizza Party podcast. This is Nolan.
You'll see.
Pan Pizza. I'm Chris Hansen, and I would like for you to have a seat.
How is this a bad idea?
I think if you watch that series in the first couple of like series, just like the like kid, the decoy, like is much more involved and like sits with them and stuff, and then is like, "Okay, I'm gonna go change or whatever." And in the later series, it's like she's upstairs, like 20 feet from the guy. And I'm guessing there's very specific reasons that they made that change.
Oh. I think it could work still. I think we just,
Hey, just stop!
Come on! Okay, I'm gonna make my own To Catch a Predator show, and you're gonna see. I'm gonna shave all my body hair off. I'm gonna pose as a 15-year-old, and you fucking wait. You fucking wait.
This is where he brings.
I want this to end.
In 2 months, you're gonna be like, "Guys, this was a really bad idea."
This is where he brings Emily. Like this is Pan dressing up as Emily, trying to catch predators.
Oh my gosh, you're much older than you said you were online on MySpace. What the fuck?
Well, excuse me, I'm gonna go change.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get fucking hammered. Let's get chocolate wasted, bro.
But is this the end of the podcast?
Hopefully.
Yeah, you'll see. It's
After that, I think I might just kill myself, honestly.
Well, the next video is going to be Hop, so you don't want to kill yourself before then. So, anyone? So, what was the next video, EyePatch Wolf?
Next we got Why You Should Watch Yu Hack Show. That's gonna hopefully be next. Yeah, it's tough because it's like one of my favorite shows ever, and those are always like the most difficult videos.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love your Why You Should Watch. I wanted to rewatch your Cowboy Bebop last night, but
yeah, I like that video.
For some reason,
that video's okay.
So I'm Pan Pizza.
The video's okay. You say, you start sweating. You're like, oh god.
Oh no.
I think Pan's trying to end the podcast.
I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people? The song's gonna play out.
I think we should keep talking about it to catch a predator.
This is perfect. Fine. Okay. So here's my plan. Okay. Like I do have the cosplay gear to be Emily. I just need like the shorts with the.
Stop!
Goodbye, every pony.
Thanks, everyone.
Podcast is not over yet. Remember to stick around after the song to hear Nolan's rant about Korra and Assami.
I used to think that I could not go on.
And life was nothing but an awful song.
But now I know the meaning of true love.
I'm leaning on the everlasting arms.
If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can touch the sky.
I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
I believe I can soar.
I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
I cry every time that song plays on Space Jam.
So basically, I'll try to, again, brief. So basically in season 1, Korra and Assami had very little development with each other. Like there was like maybe 1 or 2 scenes off the top of my head.
Actually, I have seen that season already.
Okay, yeah. So there was like 1 or 2, like the only instance I can think of Korra and Assami being together, like and talking and developing a relationship is after they have that drag race. And then Korra and Assami learn a bit about each other. But that's literally it. And then I saw season 2 and they didn't talk to each other fucking at all. Like maybe once, but it was solely for exposition and like to get the plot moving. And then every other time throughout the first 2 seasons, it was just, they're just like in the vicinity of each other, or they're talking about their stupid fucking love triangle bullshit with Mako. By the way,
who's the worst?
Mako is not the worst. Korra was the aggressor, and then Mako just had to fucking like, and then Assami was like, I can't believe you kissed Korra, and then Mako's like, I guess I did. I'm so sorry. Even though he didn't fucking aggress at all, it was Korra who did it. And then, like, Mako felt fucking bad about it. Like, Mako is just, I'm not defending Mako at all. He's literally just kind of like a shitty kind of bland character who doesn't do fucking anything. So then seasons 1 and 2 come along, and then Korra's like, oh, Mako, we can't be together. I don't know why. I just don't think it'll work out, I guess. And then Mako's like, okay, bruh. And then they just part. And then Korra and Assami have a scene in the beginning of the 3rd season, and they're like, I'm so glad that Mako hasn't affected our relationship at all. And I'm just like, what fucking relationship? You guys have had like 2 scenes talking to each other, and it hasn't been anything like at all romantically like it's just, oh my God.
Oh boy.
Sorry, gets me heated. And then like I just got so sick of Korra. I just saw the Spark Notes versions of seasons 3 and 4, and then at the end, apparently are like, let's go on a vacation together, and they hold hands and walk into the fucking portal and then go do shit, I guess. And then releases this fucking obnoxious ass like post on Tumblr. Like all that needed to be said was we intended Korra-sama to be canon. That's it. But no, they go on a huge multi-paragraph post about, oh guys, we didn't intend to do this at the beginning, but we felt like it was the right thing to do, and blah blah blah, and like just patting themselves on the fucking back for having them hold hands at the end. Like, go fuck yourselves. God damn.
It is the safest thing possible because like it is so on the like fence of being like, you know, they could be together or they could be, that all they had to do is put no, like the post thing, you know, they're together or they're not. Just all they had to do was sit back and gauge to see if people wanted it or not. Like that's how safe it is.
Yeah, no. Well, and also Korra and Assami, as far as I'm aware, like again, this is purely conjecture on my part. So if anybody who's seen Korra, correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like their relationship throughout seasons 3 and 4, because that's all there fucking is, is that they just get lovey-dovey with each other and maybe like compliment each other or like slightly quote unquote flirt with each other, but they don't actually go through any adversity as a couple. Like Korra and Mako, as shitty as their relationship was, had adversity in it. Like they had to overcome obstacles, and in the end they didn't overcome them, and they just decided they didn't want to be together, which is fine. But like Korra and Assami is just like, which this is just something I hate, is like now, like with people when they have to portray a gay relationship, it's like, oh, the gay relationships are so perfect and magical. And it's like, I don't want that to be fucking representative of like my type of people, you know. I want there to be adversity. I want there to be like, I want them to go through hardships like any other couple and overcome them and love each other even more for it. That just makes all the more special. But with Korra and Assami, it's just like, wow, I'm so glad we are together after we were apart for a few episodes. I'm glad we are potential lovers, I guess. ... Well, okay. Fucking hell.
Just to throw this in here, there is some little bits that help the whole Korra-Assami thing make sense. Particularly when Korra disappears, I think it's season 3 or 4, the only person she keeps in contact with is Assami.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where a lot of people, like, you know, she didn't keep in contact with Mako, Bolin, or anyone else. She literally was just writing letters to her. So that's where you can kind of put in their relationship, or like not necessarily their romantic relationship, but their character relationship to each other.
No, yeah, but that's the thing though. That's the problem I have with it. That throughout seasons 1 and 2, they didn't have a fucking relationship. And like the relationship they did have should be fucking volatile as shit. Because Korra is the reason why Assami like lost her home life. Korra is the reason she lost Mako. Like they could have worked this into the plot. They could have had like Assami say, "I want like they could have had like Assami be like struggling to like Korra, and Korra having to like kind of like, you know, try to like take responsibility and like try to make her realize that she doesn't want to hurt Assami anymore, or blah blah blah." Something like that could have worked perfectly, but no, it's like Assami just immediately forgives Korra for like pretty much every fucking thing. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily Korra's fault in terms of her home life falling apart, but I'm saying she did play a major role in it. And like Asami's like 18 years old. Like you're not going to tell me that an 18-year-old who like lived a pampered, spoiled life will all of a sudden like not like fall apart and not like try to project the blame onto Korra. Like that's just shitty writing. It's not. It's
what you're saying. What you're saying is there should have been more between the two characters, and there should have been at least one episode where, for whatever reason, they are trapped together, like a bottle episode, and for them to like kind of actually get to know each other on screen and overcome. Because you're right, they are two people that like the same guy. That does not normally equal friendship. That usually equals some pettiness and some arguing and some distrust.
So basically, if Korra and Asami's relationship evolved in a way that made sense, like here we have Korra, Assami, and Mako is dating Assami, and Assami is clearly head over heels for Mako. And then Korra starts fucking that shit up, and she eventually fucking steals Mako from the end. And then Korra also like accuses her father, rightfully of course, that he's doing some equalist shit. And then Assami has to make a very difficult decision to leave home and like fight against her father, who like to be honest, she really shouldn't harbor any negative feelings for, because her father has done nothing but be like kind and respectful and loving to her. Like Assami should be she should be conflicted. She should be upset. She shouldn't know how she should feel about Korra. But like instead she's like, Korra, you didn't do anything wrong. You were my best friend. I love you. And it's like, what? Like even if the stuff that Korra did, like except for Mako, because it was entirely her fault, even if like what Korra did, like the equalist father thing wasn't her fault, Assami should still feel like conflicted and upset, and like she shouldn't just be like fucking so forgiving so easily just to like meet the needs of the plot. That's just shitty writing. And like that's what pisses me off about Korrasami as a whole, is that Assami is written in such a way that she just is like a means to an end. That's all she is in the relationship. And that's all she is in the fucking series, actually. Like, here's how she's introduced. Mako is walking down the street, gets run over by her. She takes him out on a date, gets her dad to sponsor them, and then Korra like meets up with them at her house, finds out her dad's an equalist. She's literally a fucking plot device. That's it.
We're gonna get so much hate for this episode.
I don't fucking care. Korra fans suck.